Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 48th episode of the Talking with the Dad podcast. This evening, Steve, what do we got, man? What do we got? You ran the show last time. I appreciate that. You did a great job at the helm, but I can't let you do that all the time. I'm taking it back. This is my show.
Ego kicks in every time.
It's just coming in hot.
Hey, bud, it could be my headphones, but I think I need you to take just a little bit back from the mic there.
Better? Better?
Yeah, much better.
Better? All right.
Everything's going good on my side of the world, man. Listen. Oh, you know what? I got a rare treat for you, Zach. The carpet's not here, so my chair actually works. I'll be right back.
Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, while Steve's going away, I'd like to announce that. Oh, he's back already. God damn it. Oh, he has a board.
This is my retired last deck.
Okay.
I ever had. Never used it aggressively. It was actually made for me. My best friend, Carrie and I went to I forget the name of the shop, man. It's very, very, very popular. I know no one actually would be caught dead in there, but we went in and she was like, "What do you want for your birthday?"
It was a Zoomies.
Was it Zoomies? I think it was. I think no. It was it Board and Blades? What's the name of the place that went out of business, dude? It was really big on the West Coast. Anyway, so we went in there and she actually built me this deck.
Okay.
And this was my last cruiser, but never actually I skated on it a little bit aggressively, and you can see the trucks have some dings in them, I think.
Wait, you got new trucks for that deck? Yep. I've had the same pair of independent trucks.
No, this was actually
14 years.
This is why this was supposed to be special, because this was after a pretty bad spill in California, where I decided I'd gotten to an age where I was like, all right, I obviously can't ride hard like I used to. Like my ankles kind of like shake badly, and that's usually a sign of something when you skate. Like I actually get scared.
If your ankle shakes, like that's you're 30 seconds away from a snap. So hold on. So what do we got? Destructo or independent or
Spitfire
trucks? What trucks? Those are not Spitfire. Are those Spitfire trucks?
Oh no, independent trucks.
Independent trucks, Spitfire wheels.
Yep.
Bones Reds.
Yep. But the board itself is a custom board.
It looks like a blank deck with someone who painted on it.
Yeah, my buddy just whittled this. I guess whittle is the correct term, out of some oak, and it's a.
Oh, the board itself is custom. How many?
Yeah,
was it like 6-ply? I ride 7-ply boards because I'm fat.
No, I think this is
6-ply.
And I think but I'm trying to remember who
you got 2 riser pads on there, if I can see that correctly.
Yep. And my buddy did the artwork for me, and that's when I knew. Once I let him do the artwork on the bottom,
yeah, it's
like,
good. It's really good.
Yeah.
Okay. What kind of grip you got? Is it a mob grip, grizzly? Just standard black grip? What brand? What brand? I ride mob. I ride mob.
No. I don't. This part came assembled for me already. I don't know anything, the history of this deck by itself. My buddy gave it to me. He was like, "Hey man, this is from me to you. Use it well," because he had made me another deck once upon a time.
The other one that's down there?
No, this is the one that's down here.
Oh yeah, I've seen it before for sure.
Oh, okay. Well, let's get back to the show then.
You should have told me. I'd have brought mine in here.
Listen, man. Every once in a while, I like to think back to my youth, and I'm like, man, that was horrible. Every day I wasn't a conservative was the worst day of my life.
Man, you got a strong 35 years ahead of that, huh?
I actually think that I am starting to go through a midlife crisis, ladies and gentlemen. At the age of 39, I just have an unsubdued anger over the dumbest things, and I realize now I am turning into that quintessential dad, dude. Like, I pulled out down the road from the house, and this guy just came flying by at 35 miles an hour, and I literally screamed like, it's a 25, like he can hear me. It's a 25 mile per hour.
You're like, all my windows are rolled up. His windows are rolled up. He had a loud exhaust. There was no way he could have heard me, and that's why I felt comfortable in yelling at this guy.
I was talking to the grill yesterday, like it could talk back. I'm like, fucking first click. Supposed to be, man, not the first click. That's what the advertisement said. Lights on the first click, and it doesn't.
Amazing, dude. I'm actually thinking about buying a new grill.
Why? What's wrong with yours?
Oh, it's just old. It's pretty old, but I'm thinking about buying a new one. Just a nice 3-burner.
What'd you have for dinner tonight?
Grilled salmon, grilled scallops, grilled zucchini, and some rice.
Who did the grilling? You?
No, actually, I didn't cook. My mom did. I think I've cooked everything on the grill so far this year. Yeah? I'm doing a skirt steak. not tomorrow, maybe Wednesday or Thursday. I have to go to the store tomorrow and get some stuff to marinate it in. I'm going to marinate it at least 24 hours, I think. Go ahead.
Carne asada. Have you ever had it?
Like the steak that you put in like tacos? Yeah. Of course I've had it, yeah. But I'm going to do a skirt steak. I'm going to marinate it in, I think, Italian dressing, lemon, and just some garlic. I think I'm going to do fairly simple.
And you're going to have it for 24 hours?
At least. And it's going to be vacuum sealed, yeah.
Oof. Oh, that's right. I forgot. You're that guy. You have the vacuums.
Yeah, dude. I love the vacuum sealer. I think the next thing is going to be a pressure cooker, I think. Because I think pressure cookers are pretty neat.
I was thinking about getting one of those, what is it, air fryers or one of those things?
Air fryers, they're pretty good. I like them. Do you guys eat you guys don't eat French fries, though?
Yeah, we do. We eat French fries. They just have to be, most French fries are always going to be dairy free, but every once in a while you get some weird stuff in there. We just got to make sure they're pure potatoes, but we eat a lot of starch in this house. A lot.
Anyone allergic to peanut oil or peanuts there?
Yes, Dory.
Oh, I was going to say, because frying stuff in peanut oil is the way to do it.
Listen, I've never met a kid who has as many allergies as my youngest son. Who, shout out to him, turned 2 years old. The kid just like impresses me every day. Like, you're like, no, you can't have that, but he's like, oh man, I'll go smack my brother around for a second. But what do you? Awesome. So the only thing about the peanut oil, though, man, I've had. Have you ever had peanut simmered steak before?
No, I can't say that I have.
It's good, man, but it's one of those things like, you ever have that extra too many bites of the peanut butter and jelly sandwich, like, and it's just like really peanut buttery. That's my
favorite part of the peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
You freaking weirdo.
No, but Five Guys does their fries in peanut oil.
Really?
Yes. Five Guys those are fries in peanut oil. Everything is cooked in peanut oil there. They actually just drench it on your fucking food as you're walking out. They spritz you with it.
Like a priest.
That's the thought that I had in my head too.
The power of oil compels you. Dude, I gotta tell you honestly, man, I did not like Five Guys first time I had it.
Man.
But I had it on 42nd Street, so there was a few things going on. I had it in Times Square, which is always
on 42nd Street. There's a Chipotle, and there's a fucking movie theater right there, right?
I can't tell you, man. I hate that Five Guys there, man.
I park in that parking garage across from there.
I hate that Five Guys, man. If you want to go get into a fight in the city, that's the place to go.
Really?
I've never the two times I've made the mistake of going in there, I've almost gotten into a physical altercation. Both times.
Really?
Both with elderly women. No, it wasn't like it was like thugs. It's like people just turn to their worst selves in that particular Five Guys. But
that's amazing.
I didn't know they used the peanut oil. I know that there's something about their burgers though that struck me wrong the first time.
Really?
It was something like too peppery. And I like pepper.
I love Five Guys. Honestly. Yeah.
You ever had Jackson Hole? Did your dad ever take you to that place in the city?
No.
Oh, all right. So Jackson Hole was the quintessential burger place in Manhattan for a long time. There was one on the Upper East Side, and my dad used to take me there when I was a kid, and took me there a couple of times. And they had the hugest burgers, but they of course use quality meat, so it doesn't taste weird to eat like a 3-pound burger.
Sure.
Amazing, dude. I went there. I took Santana there about 5 years ago, and I had pumped the place up so much. Childhood.
Pure
euphoric recall. And all that stuff. And I'm like, babe, this is gonna be amazing. When our food got to us, it was the worst shit I've ever seen. Wow. And I remember she just didn't want to poop on my memory as a child. Thank you, babe. Shout out to Santana. She's just like, oh, okay.
This is pretty awful.
Yeah, this is pretty bad. But I'm going to save all the rest of the food talk for that episode, man.
Hold on. So I think you're getting this confused, man. That episode entirely is going to be about the pure fast food places that are on that list and how they rank against each other. All right. We could do a series of other videos.
No, I'm just getting hungry as I'm talking about it, dude. I'm a fat man. I'm a huge man. I'm talking about food, and right now I'm like stopping myself from going to make a burger.
You're like, actually, give me 5 minutes. I'll be back.
Actually, I made burgers on the grill the other day, and I finally figured out. Don't listen to the thermometer. Like I'm like this thing, a nice medium rare burger is supposed to be what temperature would you say? Just take a guess.
125.
No, it's supposed to be 60. It's supposed to be 60 degrees, right?
No, that's not correct.
That is correct. That according to the Grill Master thing, it's correct. You can look up everything you want on the internet, and I'm not going to believe you. I don't believe real facts. I don't believe alternative facts.
Hold on. 60 degrees is raw, dude. Medium rare steak is 145.
No.
So I'm thinking are you talking about like Celsius?
Yes.
I'm talking degrees? Fahrenheit, dude. What is wrong with you?
Dude, I'm from Europe, man. It's not my fault.
We're using that stupid system. Holy shit.
Dude, you probably still deal in pounds, don't you, man?
55, by the way. Medium rare is 55. 60 55? Is medium. 60 is medium. But it's 155. I was still low for correct temperature scale.
Here's the thing, right? You can't trust a little poker thermometer, right? It's never going to be right.
You got to eyeball it, dude. You got to eyeball it.
So I committed this time because I want my wife to have a good burger. I was like, I'm going 4 minutes on each side. I'm going 4 minutes. I was inspired by your first flip, actually. First flip looked good. And I was like, all right, so that was like 3.5. Flipped it again. By the time we ate dinner, now Santana is going to tell, enough about my wife to know this. She's going to tell you the truth, right? Like in every scenario. It's do I look good? No, you don't look good. But so she took a bite and she was like, this is really good, babe. And that right there, if I never get another compliment in my life,
that was it.
That was it, dude. That was it, man. So thank you, Zach, for hooking me up with the inspirational shot of your steak.
Absolutely.
Man, I'm talking about all this food. I'm freaking starving, dude.
Are you?
I didn't bring any snacks down with me.
See, I actually wanted to go get Wendy's before the show, but then I also looked up and it was 10 after 8, and I'm like, I can't do this. I was like, I can't be the one that's late to the show. When we moved the time up because I complained that we were doing it too late. I was like, I can't be the one. I cannot be the one. At 10, I'm like, wait. Just, how much Wendy's did you get? Like, I got a truckload. $800.
That's right. We're coming in a little early today. It's crazy because I got down here on time and then we spent an hour talking about nonsense off air. So I'm not doing that anymore.
No. That's the issue because we start. No, so here's the thing, right? You got down here at 8:45, but it's 9:30 right now. We're 12 minutes into the show, right? Yeah. But right now we wouldn't even be talking yet at 9:30. Cool. You get down here at 10:30. We have that 45 minute pre-show, right? And then it's 11:15 and we start, and then it's 1 a.m. by the time it's done.
Oh. Good times, man. Good times.
Too late.
And then we're up to 40. I'm up to 1:45, just trying to stay awake and be a part of the conversation while you're doing all the work. And I'm just
up until 3:34 sometimes.
Oh man, what's crazy about this whole thing, man? We got 120 subscribers, man.
We do 120. That's a big number.
That's a big number for us, man. I remember we were stuck at 65 for a long time. Then we did the great push.
112 too. We got stuck at 1 early teens for a bit too, for sure.
And then all the bots must have jumped our channel and we dropped down to 110 and I freaked out. And I'm like, what's happening now?
I thought Steve was going to start throwing bows. I was like, what the fuck?
You know what though? Thank you for the 120. Whoever that was, that 120. Thank you for all 120 of you. We're just going to keep focusing, as Zach says, on bringing you good content. We've gotten some really great reviews from people that we both respect in this industry. So, with Joe Rogan leaving YouTube, we're going to go ahead and fill that vacuum. You can always rely on.
We're gonna slide in like a fucking hot dog down a hallway. I mean, that's there's a
that means something else.
I know. I know what it means.
It's a family show,
Since when?
Since I changed the settings the last week to say it's kids appropriate.
That's here's the real question. Would you let your kids watch this show?
Every time it comes on and one of them is sitting there, I'm like, listen, learn. So what we got going on here tonight, man? Amazon changes Twitch Prime to Prime Game. I'm gonna take a deep breath right now.
What? You don't like this one? I like this move a lot, actually. Every other thing that Amazon owns that's involved with Amazon, Prime Video, Prime Music, Prime Delivery. So make it in line. Prime Gaming. I like that.
Name. Anything else different?
No, I believe everything else is the same.
So, it's pointless.
No, I like the change. It's more in line with everything else that they do.
Ben and Jerry's did something like this once, and I stopped eating their ice cream for a whole week. They were mad, and I was upset.
They called the cops. They're like, wait, Steve has been eating here 3 times a day, every day for the last 6 years. Like, because I want to go do a wellness check.
I don't have a problem with this. I mean, I actually don't have a problem with this. My thing is with Amazon, right? I would like to see, and maybe I'm open to being corrected on this. So Zach will more than likely do that. I want to see them take this to the next level, right? So I was not into Twitch prior to knowing you. I've seen the app on various different devices I've had. I actually am almost 100% sure, correct me in the comments, that PlayStation 4 came out with a Twitch onboard app of some sort. Doesn't matter at this point. I just feel like there's more they could be doing for this company. Like, I mean, for that part of their company. Who's running it? Who's the director at Twitch? Is there someone that
I don't know.
Is there someone that reports to like someone in Amazon? Like they wouldn't let the Twitch people eat at the same table, right? Like they can't come to the Amazon corporate like day with the family and stuff. They're like, no, don't invite those guys. But I would like to see them do more with it.
Yeah, I honestly, they haven't really done anything since Amazon bought Twitch. And that's fine with me because they were already obviously the premier platform and had everything else the best. There is a CEO of Twitch.
And what is his name?
Oh, or no, her wait, name? No, this guy's co-founded. Sorry, I actually don't know what this dude is. I just clicked on.
Don't click on it again, dude.
Yeah, I gotta go. I gotta go out of here. He's the one who Okay, yeah, maybe he is. He was co-founder of Justin TV, which is Twitch before Twitch, right? Yeah, I don't know. I don't mind what they're doing. Keep it on the same path. They need to do some things. I think they need to have better video playback for VODs and for just uploading content in general. And I think they need to work out this DMCA stuff, but I feel like Twitch as it is fairly a decent platform. YouTube chat is way worse than Twitch chat, I think.
Oh, I love the YouTube chat. I hate Twitch chat, dude.
See, I think Twitch chat is way better. The issue with YouTube chat is you have to go to the top and switch the thing to live chat from top chat. Do you know about this?
No.
So you don't even know anything about YouTube chat. So interesting for you to be making these bold claims.
Hold on for a second. I'm an American. I'll make any bold claim I want, dude.
So
I don't need to research anything.
YouTube by default curates the chat that you're seeing. Right. So if people are spamming, say it's like, hey guys, everyone in chat press 1, right? And there's like 700 ones in a row. You'll only see one of those, and then YouTube chat will curate the rest of that. Right. And I don't like that. I like the pure live feed. So you got to go to you got to go from top chat to live chat so you see everything. I think the quality is better on YouTube. But I think YouTube has more server platform than Amazon does, which is funny because Amazon is like one of the most popular website hosting servers of all time. Yeah, there's a lot of things that Twitch does really, really well. And I think it's not like, so like YouTube does better video, Twitch does better chat, like Facebook does better maybe integration or something. It's like Twitch is like good at everything and not perfect at one thing and lacking in something else. And I think they're really well-rounded. I think that's what makes Twitch the best.
I think it's definitely the most popular, so it's got the largest base.
Man, is it still? I think YouTube might surpass it fairly shortly.
I don't disagree with that. Interestingly enough, man, this is almost a completely divorced from the topic. Just a really quick and just want to jump in with this one. Spotify. What are you thinking, man? Like, so this thing is starting to gain some traction. I was reading some other articles about Spotify's new features and having videos and stuff on there.
Okay.
Do you think they're really going to become a contender? Like, obviously, it's too early in the game to say they're going to compete with YouTube.
Everyone is trying to compete with YouTube. It won't work.
10 years down the line, like, can they do it? Can they pull it off?
Here's the issue, right? Who owns Spotify, right? I think we've been over this.
No idea.
We've been over this before. Who owns Spotify? do they have a huge server infrastructure? Because they're going from non-FLAC audio, right, which is fairly easy to stream. It's not super high consistency or bit rate, right? So it's not like super good quality. Do they have the server infrastructure to go from 800 kilobits per second for audio to 20 megabit per second video, right? That's a big difference. And if you look at how much server cost and what the difference is in like pricing for hosting audio versus video, and to host as much video as what they're going to do, you might have to, do we know the rules of it yet? Are we going to be able to upload our stuff to Spotify as video, or are you going to have to be like a Spotify partner?
So I was reading some hypothetical rules, and I'm not sure. It's not worth me bringing up right now because I don't know if it's actually going to be true, but I don't know to answer the question. I don't know what's true at this point. I don't know what's true about anything right now, Zach. I'm falling apart, being ripped apart at the seams right now.
This is a direction I did not intend on it going.
But it'd be interesting to see if they're able to compete with the big dogs in this scenario, because the next obvious step is like everyone always wants to expand their little empire. I wouldn't be surprised if they make a run at it for streaming, especially with Mixer out the...
Man, I don't think Spotify even knows what Mixer is.
No. With Mixer out the mix, double entendre, I think Spotify might actually try to dip their toe into the gaming market. I do, into the game streaming market. And that's the crazy thing about Twitch, dude. We were having a conversation off air, but it's amazing because it's not just gaming on Twitch, dude. You can hear a great DJ set on Twitch.
Yeah, Twitch
more often.
Twitch transitioned away from just gaming, I want to say 5 years ago.
It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing the type of community they've built. You can kind of find the same stuff on Facebook. I know that platforms for boomers, and what was the other thing you said?
I did not say anything about the Facebook platform.
Oh, no, you said something. Let me just pull up the text here and make sure.
I'm trying to find, there's a music section. There's a just chatting section, which is like people like doing whatever, right, on Twitch.
Right.
There's a lot of variety on Twitch. There really is. I think they could expand more, but their issue is that they're not consistent. So some things are bannable and some things aren't, depending on who you are.
Yeah.
You know, and that's where I have an issue with Twitch at the moment.
Dude, I don't think we ever talked about your girl Pokemon, just Pokemon.
I think Pokemon is the correct way to say it, I think.
She's taking a little break because
a month off because of Keemstar.
Keemstar.
Yeah. No, good for her. I've been very clear about that. I like when streamers take time off. I think it's good for you. I think it's good for your mental health, which is incredibly important. Yeah, I think it's good for her. I don't watch Pokemon at all. I don't know. I just think anytime anyone ever is like, hey, I gotta take a sabbatical because I need to like mentally recover from sitting here doing this all the time, then I support that wholeheartedly.
Could you imagine explaining to someone from the greatest generation that you have to take a break from sitting in front of your computer streaming and this person's been to Germany? Like,
yeah, man. I don't know, you know? I honestly don't know.
Like, could you imagine explaining that to John McCain? I imagine John McCain's the type of dude that no type of pain. Rest in peace, John McCain. Have you watched his doc yet? His documentary?
No.
Oh, man,
no, not at all, dude. So bringing this back a second here, Spotify is owned by Spotify. Spotify is not sold out yet. The Spotify AB company is headquarters in Stockholm, Sweden, founded in 2008, still owned by the same company.
Nice, dude.
Yeah, so good for them.
You know, this is on. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, go ahead. No,
I wasn't going anywhere.
I was gonna take it somewhere that we both can land on and agree on our hatred of a certain company. But I think you think this is funny. Did you know that Apple decided that there will be no Game Pass app moving forward on their on their devices?
What do you mean Game Pass? Like Xbox Game Pass?
Yeah, Microsoft Game Pass. Yeah, for the upcoming, for the rollout to be able to play games pretty much anywhere, their cloud-based service, which they've been working on. Apple decided, and this is the direct quote, that since they can't verify every game in the Microsoft Store, they can't allow it onto their servers.
You know, one thing I do have to give credit for on Apple is they do curate their applications a lot more than Google Play does, right? Google Play is the fucking wild, wild west of application downloads. Where Apple, you have to go through an approval process.
Man. It's not for weenies, but here's the problem, right? They don't verify every app in their own store. Someone, no. Someone pointed this out to me. There are fraudulent apps in the Apple App Store. And this is actually more to do with the fact because they have something you brought up a while ago that I had completely forgotten about, which was Apple Games. And people feel like they're playing.
I brought this up? When did I bring this up? I didn't know that they had this.
No. Yeah, Apple Games. You brought it up like 4 episodes, man. What are you?
I remember talking about Apple wants to make their own console.
Yeah, but in that conversation, you brought up Apple Games, dude. Are you okay?
I legitimately don't remember this, and I didn't know this was a thing. But I'm going to be
last compliment I ever pay you, dude. Like, that was the one. You get one a year, and that's it, dude.
All right.
But some people think that Apple is playing hardball because of Apple. I don't know if it's actually called Apple Games, but because they don't want Microsoft to have a foothold. And at first, I was like, that doesn't make any sense. But then I think back about 8 years ago, do you remember the controversy when Apple got rid of Google Maps?
Or YouTube. YouTube's a better example.
Yeah, or when they got rid of YouTube. Amazon just let YouTube onto their devices recently. But there's another thing that's going on. Same thing with Spotify. Apparently, Spotify on Apple devices doesn't receive a decent amount of support that it should for an app its size or what it's following.
Apple's squashing it, huh?
Yeah.
Wow, I believe that's what you start calling a monopoly, huh?
Yeah, and it's funny because we got all this stuff going on with the antitrust hearings at the same time, and it's like here we have a huge conglomerate just saying like, "Hey, we're going to do whatever we want."
No.
But it's like, here's the thing I don't understand, man. Why wouldn't you want something like Game Pass? We've talked about this in private a few times about what it would take for Apple to step into the gaming market and be considered a serious force in this. This was an opportunity to kind of observe your opposition, see what they're doing with their servers, see how the market's doing well, what people are responding to. Then you can do things accordingly with Apple Games. Have you looked in that shit? I'm cursing.
It's Apple Arcade, by the way.
Apple Arcade. Have you looked in there, by the way? Have you ever looked at what's available there?
No, I don't have like an iPhone.
It's horrible. I don't even know why this is a thing they rolled out. Like, and if you're one of those people that's enjoying this, then thank you for liking the show. Continue to watch our content and make sure to like, share, and subscribe.
But you're a moron. Is where he was going with that. I genuinely don't care for Apple products. We've been over this a million times about my hatred for Apple products, even though I own a MacBook Pro. I didn't even know Apple Arcade existed up until 5 minutes ago. Apparently, I'm some sort of psychic though, and knew about it without it.
About it on the show.
I knew that Apple wanted to roll out a console, and I thought they were going to buy PlayStation. I remember talking about that. I don't remember talking about Apple games though.
It's okay. It's okay.
You're smarter
old.
than
you look.
I'm getting old.
Welcome.
Yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't. Where the fuck did this conversation start? I'm lost.
I'm sorry. It started with me like thinking. It popped in my head like most things do, and I got really outraged if I didn't spit it out. But I just thought that was interesting, especially with all the antitrust stuff going on, especially as we're talking about Amazon, who is also included in that antitrust scenario as well. These large, too large. And here's the thing, right? So this is kind of an oxymoron, I think. Capitalist society. We're telling companies they're too big while they're adhering to the very concept of capitalism. Sure. I'm not saying we need to go socialist or anything like that, but you got people jumping from foot to foot trying to figure stuff out. Only guy who's got this stuff figured out, Elon Musk.
He doesn't have anything figured out.
Your company gets too big, you start talking about unicorn and weed on Joe Rogan's show. That just caps it off, right?
Yeah,
there.
And it gets cut your stock by 5% or some shit. I don't remember what it dropped that day, but it was like 5%. And absurd. You
know whose stock hasn't dropped? Docs. I did not mean for that to rhyme. I am so sorry about that.
Oh, man. Listen, I like talking about Doc, but at the same time, I don't, because I don't know. I feel like we do it every episode.
What? Because he hasn't sent our check? Because you're jealous? You're jealous that an old man with a mustache and a wig can do so well in life? You're a hater, man.
Oh, I mean, if I sold that, I could do that well too.
He didn't sell out. The system sold out to get him. Talk about an oddball making it right in the system, like bending. But just really quick, I just want to say, man, for a normal stream, no big announcements, the entire lore's gone by. Dude was sitting at 92,000.
But you gotta remember, this is his first official stream back, right? The other one was a hype stream. He played a few games, whatever. This is his first real stream. So I can imagine as to why the doc stuff is so big. See again in a week, right?
Right.
Give me 2 weeks. See where he's at. I bet you he evens out probably about 50,000 where he was on Twitch, which is still incredible, right? But I think that's where he sits, and that's where he should sit. That's where he was, and he'll grow from there.
Yeah. Oh, it capped out at 95,000 when I left. I thought that was pretty funny. He was playing Rogue Company,
sure,
a game he's actually really good at, and I was enjoying. First time I actually sat through someone's stream, besides your own, of course, and watched him play the game. He was really good at it. Made the game more entertaining. He tweeted at them.
Yeah, they responded and said that they would allow him. He has 24 hours to make a map and to see where they go from there. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. He was a level designer at some point or another. I'm actually curious on which maps he actually designed. And we would see. But yeah, I've never played the game. I don't really have much of an interest. I don't know where to play it. It's probably on Epic Games or something. It might be.
Why do you hate Epic so much, dude?
They're 40% owned by Tencent. Sorry, I had to get the Tencent rant in there today. It's just another platform, right? I don't like the idea of more platforms. Origin is bringing all their stuff to Steam, which is nice. I like my stuff in one place. I like Steam a lot. I like Origin is okay. Uplay is the fucking worst. I hate Uplay and hate everything about it. I hate the company Ubisoft because of Uplay. But like, there's Battle.net, there's Steam, there's Origin, there's Uplay, there's Epic, and Epic is just the last one that jumped in. Bethesda has their own fucking thing now. Like, it's all just super annoying, honestly. And I don't want to have another platform on my device. Also, their downloads are slow, so that sucks too.
I'm starting to feel the same way about streaming services. The fact that
me fucking too.
The fact that NBC has Peacock now, I'm like, that's it, dude. Like, that's it.
You know what's actually, we should probably talk about this off air. It's gonna be a really good way to make money, but I'm gonna say it anyway. The first person that sells a conglomerate package of all of those different streaming companies will make a fucking fortune.
Episode 15.
Did we talk about this?
Yes.
Did we really? Did I say that then too? Okay, well, I should get on it.
It's great. No, I agree. It's funny because I don't know if I'm allowed to say this. That's what Cody was for a long time.
But you were ripping everything off. You weren't paying.
Hey.
Everyone knows what Cody is. You're not like some fucking secret hacker that knows what this thing is. No. Everyone knows what this shit is.
You're not ripping anyone off. You're redistributing.
No, but you were pirating, right? That's what Cody would allow. I'm not saying you. Pirating. I'm saying Cody itself. Was just a conglomerate, but allows you to pirate everything. Everyone did it with their fucking Amazon Fire Sticks or whatever, right?
Have you ever heard their official response on that whole thing? On like the pirating? It's just like, hey, they're like, hold on for a second. We just built the platform. We didn't tell you what to use it for. It's supposed to be for organizing movies on your home local server. And I'm like, you're what? I'm like, the same thing with Plex. They're like, it's for you to build your own movie catalog. Yeah. What are you doing using the pirates? But yeah, Peacock has one. Who has? So we got Netflix, HBO Max. We just lost HBO Go, and HBO Now will be going away. We got Amazon Prime. We have Hulu. We have Peacock. We have
Vudu.
Voodoo.
What's the one for the TVs? What's the one for the TV shows? You could buy the cable subscriptions on it. Sling. That's what I was thinking of. Sling. NBC has their own. Disney has their own.
Apple TV.
Well, Apple TV is a platform, right?
Oh yeah, Kevin.
Yeah, you don't pay a subscription for Apple TV. Yeah, but there's a bunch, right? There's the point.
No, you do. You do.
Oh my God, I did not know that.
Yeah, they have original content on there. They have like TV shows they're not doing well, but they have original content.
HBO's coming in clutch for me. HBO's coming in clutch. Oh, this is actually a really good segue into what I want to talk about earlier. Right. What? I have been using for 6 and a half hours yesterday. I used my HBO Max. Can you guess which 2 movies I watched?
I have no idea.
The Lord of the Rings, 1 and 2.
Did you? Oh, because you read the chapters?
For the first time I have ever watched the movies. Very good. The first 2 movies. Very good.
You wasted your time watching the ones that are on HBO Max. You need the extended cuts.
I've heard. Are those on Amazon or something?
I own them all. I'll let you log into my account and you can watch them because.
But I got to watch the third movie now. I have to watch the third movie. I was going to do that today, but then I got caught up playing games all day.
Amazing, dude.
Is the third one the best one?
No.
Number 2 was very good.
Yeah, Two Towers is possibly my favorite. I think the ending, close to the ending, the last battle before Frodo and Sam take off, and the Fellowship of the Rings is quite possibly the best melee combat you'll see in that entire series.
Really? Because I thought that Battle for Helm's Deep was incredible.
No, that was amazing. But just think about it for a second, and just think about it as far as plot development. You have Aragorn, Gimli, and Legolas, right? Mm-hmm. They're the last remnants of the protectors of these hobbits that are supposed to be traveling. And then you have this like almost insurmountable section of the story where the Uruk-hai starts showing up and Frodo makes a decision to leave. And, Boromir's already failed his test.
Yeah.
But he's also redeemed. And that's what's so great about that scene.
I think you're talking about the Battle for Helm's Deep.
No, that's not the Battle of Helm's Deep, dude.
So I don't remember the battle you're talking about then. Is it the one where Boromir dies?
Yes.
Is it that same? That is very good. I think Battle for Helm's Deep is a little bit better. It's a little bit more epic. There's more going on.
That's the best epic. But I mean, as far as a plot device with those characters, the actual Fellowship,
very good.
It's amazing because when you watch the extended cut, I don't want to ruin anything. Boromir is not represented very well in their original movies.
Can you please refer to him by his correct name, Ned Stark?
Oh, sorry.
The entire time I was like, wow, Ned Stark is in this movie.
Good point. Here's the thing, right? He is a champion for his people. He's not just some mopey-haired, redheaded guy that just made his way onto this thing. And when you watch the extended version, actually, do you have a DVD player at your house?
Probably so. I have a PlayStation right here.
Yeah, I'll give you the extended versions on DVD. You can watch them.
Is it on 4K Blu-ray?
Anyway,
I was like, I don't have one of those. Oh, the Series X does that. I think I have that.
That's like someone that bums a beer from someone who asks, like, "Hey, buy me a drink." By the way, it's got to be premium. Lord of the Rings. I think when people make the comparisons between the great trilogies. And they do. At the time when I was growing up, the great trilogies were the original Star Wars, right? No one includes the prequels in that. Even though I actually enjoyed the prequels.
Awful.
They include Lord of the Rings, which was amazing. I'm actually more sold on that trilogy. Also, believe it or not, The Matrix is actually included in that conversation.
So The Matrix to me isn't in the conversation. The third Matrix movie is so bad it ruins the first 2 if you watch it.
I have not watched it since I saw it in the theaters.
Awful. The third Godfather is so bad that you don't even speak about it when you speak about the Godfather movies.
I just remember the scene where they shot everyone up from a helicopter. That's all I remember.
Awful. So I haven't seen the third movie yet, and I will watch it very, very soon before the next episode for sure. I'll watch it. But to me, so far, the 2 is the best. 3, there's a lot of going into 3 that makes a lot of sense. Just the movies are slightly convoluted. The Uruk-hai or Uruk-hai, is that whatever they're called, are incredible. But the CGI in the movie is so bad, it makes it good.
Oh, here's the thing about it though. You got to remember
it's 2002. It's 2001, 2002.
That was cutting edge,
groundbreaking
motion capture. The first time I saw that movie in the theater, Two Towers, the scene with Gandalf fighting that monster, I forget its name, the Balrog.
That's the nerdiest thing you've ever said because they don't think they even mention it. Where he jumps off the thing and he's fighting it. That was incredible.
Dude, you tell me that's not like the most epic thing you've ever seen an old man do.
Man, it's up there for sure.
How the heck did we end up here, man? Because this is my happy.
really
my happy place.
confusing to me are the names in this fucking movie. There's Sauron and Sauron.
Yeah,
and I can't tell which one is which. It's the white-haired guy is Sauron.
Yeah.
And the guy that's in the eye is Sauron.
The great heckler. That's what you should call him. Because once he was a great villain, but now all he is a huge eye literally screaming at them the entire trilogy.
It's pretty funny. It is pretty funny. It's basically it's basically the Wizard of Oz. Is really what this entire movie is.
I will slap you until you speak proper English. Here's the thing, right? So think about the King of Rohan, right?
Okay.
The guy.
The guys that guy that does the fucked up move and leads him into Helm's Deep. Yeah.
Yeah. So think about this. How far do you let your king fall down the drain before you go, hey, I think there's something up with the king? Did you notice that he aged like 80 years?
80? It was like 180, bro. And then like, I think they tried, but they were like, oh, well, we can't. But and Gandalf had to come and like break the fucking curse or something.
It's amazing. Actually, that's the only thing. So it's interesting because Lord of the Rings fans are just as notorious as Star Wars fans, but there's a much deeper lore, and there's more subject matter to go off of. But when the game Shadow of War and Shadow of Mordor came out, people were I thought they were going to reject the game outright, but they kind of take it as an Elseworld situation, like, hey, this is not the original source material,
but canon,
not canon, but it's amazing how much stuff Tolkien wrote that just it's amazing, dude. I'm like, when did he have the time to write this?
He was writing it in foxholes in the Battle of the Somme in like World War I or World War II or some shit. That's literally where it was. And then he was a language professor at Oxford, I think, right? Like the dude wrote an entire he wrote Elvish or some shit, right? Like
yeah. Which is basically just like Dead Viking. By the way, it's like basically like a derivative of an dead Viking-ish. That's why I C.S. Lewis wrote Mere Christianity and Screwtape Letters, and those are probably the books I enjoy most about from him. But I never got into Narnia, man. Like I watched it and everyone loves it, and I'm just like, am I a bad person? Why don't I love this movie? Is there something wrong with me?
What movie?
Narnia.
I couldn't get into it at all.
It's hard. I couldn't get into the books. It's horrible.
Yeah,
it's horrible.
I don't know.
95K Doc had. I don't know how we went from Doc to Tolkien.
Yeah,
but it's a good
I was over Doc. That was why.
You're a hater, man. Like it's just you hate to see people succeed.
No, I don't. But I've said this 100 times. So I'm over Doc.
Let's talk about something that's really going to bring your spirits up, right? Let's talk about something that's going to enrich your. This is really going to bring out the best in you, man. Call of Duty teases more today.
Call of Duty teases, man. They sent a bunch of people 1950s slide projectors and 10 or 12 slides. The Call of Duty is pretty good at building this hype shit. 10 or 12 slides, and basically we're like, good fucking luck. Here's a riddle. And people were going through the slides, and then every once in a while, Treyarch would release an image that would match up with one of the slides that had a red dot on it. And basically what it did was it linked you to a website that's going to do more teasers on Friday. Yeah, so Friday at noon, we're going to be getting more teasers. I forgot the website. I think it's like pawntakespawn.com or something. I could find that really quick.
I'm not typing anything that rhymes with.
Let's see. I clicked the link earlier. It was perfectly fine. But yeah, so they're going to be doing more. Yeah, it's pawntakespawn.com/TV. And it's literally it's almost reminiscent, if you played Black Ops 1, of the TV that's there in the room. Because like, this really weird thing in Black Ops 1 where you're a character getting tortured in the menu screen. And you can get out of the shackles and like move around in the menu screen. It was actually an achievement. And that's how you chose your stuff. And to the left was like a little TV that had the different game modes you could play from. And it looks like that TV. And it's just sitting there. There's a chess piece, a little old phone. That's it. Sitting in front of a really old CRT TV. And
so I'm not the biggest COD fan. Like I'll play the game with you guys, but Is the marketing work? Is it working? Is it working right now?
Call of Duty has its own built-in marketing. I've explained the dynamic of the Call of Duty hatred to you before, right?
Whoa! Remember, you're not going to go dark. You said you're going to.
No, but this is the way that every Call of Duty works. November, Call of Duty releases, everyone loves it. February, everyone's starting to get old of it. April, everyone is saying the old Call of Duty was better, right? And then April, May, June, when we start getting the first announcements, everyone's hyped for the new Call of Duty again. That's the fucking Call of Duty hype train, right? It redoes itself every year. Do I think the marketing is working? Absolutely. The video that Noah J put up, who's exclusively signed to YouTube, 2 million views and 175,000 concurrent viewers at the same time Doc was streaming. So he was pulling 175,000 when Doc was pulling 90, because he was the one. He used to play zombies, and he's one of the guys that figures out a lot of the Easter eggs in zombies. So he was one of the perfect people to send this stuff to, and he was figuring it out, and he was the first one to figure it out and revealed it. So yeah, I think it works, man. I'm excited. Treyarch always puts out good games. I'm very consistent in the way that I speak about Call of Duty. I always am. It's a Black Ops 1 reboot, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. I don't want them to remake all the maps. Now, we already know Summit's coming back. If you go to Treyarch's Twitter page, you go to Treyarch Studios, their background is the mountains behind Summit. Right now, their header on Twitter is the backgrounds behind Summit. Oh, it was officially announced that Raven was going to be working with them on some of the ports and stuff. And that's okay. They made Modern Warfare 3, so I give them a pass on whatever the hell they want to do. Is one of my favorite CODs. So yeah, I think it's gonna be okay. I hope it's gonna be okay. I'm gonna get in the beta, however I have to. I'll spend money. I don't know what you want me to do. Yeah, I'm excited.
Zach just gave out an invitation. He's like, I don't know what you want me to do, but I'll do it. All of it.
Pretty much.
I mean, yeah, you know, I'm pumped. I'm not pumped. I don't give a flying rat.
I am very excited. I am. I'm very excited.
Is this your excited face?
No, I don't know. I'm not a very expressive person. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm excited. I can't wait. I really can't. I want to know more. We're getting more on Friday. Apparently the reveal is coming soon. I saw a thing where they said the reveal wasn't going to be Friday. It was going to be September 1st, which is 4 weeks from Tuesday or some shit. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, about 3 weeks from Tuesday. So let's see. We'll see.
We'll have something to talk about on Friday.
We will. We'll have more to talk about on Friday. We'll get more teasers on Friday.
Let me ask you a question, man. Why are you playing PUBG again?
I want a mindless shooter to play, right? And you know, PUBG is not the most mindless thing available right now, but I don't enjoy any other games right now. I don't even really enjoy PUBG that much, to be fair. But I want a shooter to play. I'm craving a shooter.
Did you have fun when you were playing The Division?
But that's not the kind of shooter I'm talking about.
You just want a running gun.
The Division is a running gun shooter, right? But it's also not PvP, right? And I don't want to have to grind to get the most OP stuff to be able to actually make a difference, right? That's the issue with Warzone and Division, right? Is that for me to get a meta build and actually be able to compete in PvP, I probably have 50 hours of grinding to get the appropriate stuff to do, you know? And I don't want to do that. I want to go into a game, spawn in. Honestly, I want a game that just has team deathmatch. Or like a domination or something, like an objective game mode with respawn. I like respawn games, so.
Oh, someone behind you. Your door just opened.
Oh, I think the dog's trying to get in.
What's going on with that puppy anyway, man?
Puppy's doing fine.
There we go. Well, I mean, we've kind of come to a crossroad here, Zach. Like, I'm not going to deal with you if you start getting emotional playing COD or PUBG. So I'm going to give you your warning now. You're always a professional, but when this new game comes out, if you don't keep it together, man, that's it. I'm coming to your house. I'm strangling you. That's it. I can't do it two CODs in a row, man. You get. This might be the one. This might be the one where he writes his manifesto, signs off on air, heads to the office, burns the place.
No, I get angry at every Call of Duty, so you know you're gonna have to get used to that. Honestly,
Street Fighter, man, it's the best way. Actually, you know what? It's funny because we were playing it. What? What did you say?
Street Fighter is garbage, and you know it.
I agree. It's for men for sure. But
Wow.
here's the thing about it, right, man? There will never be another good Street Fighter game. I know that now, and I know my brother probably is going to hear this and he's gonna be like, "That's not true," but it's true. There hasn't been a good Street Fighter game in years, not one that can really represent. So I hope this does well, man. I hope all the fans for COD really get something that they're looking for, and I actually hope they keep the battle royale because it did build a nice community.
Warzone is going to be there. I don't think they're going to release another battle royale. I think Warzone is garbage. As much as the community loves it, but it's honestly they only like it because it's the only thing to play, right? I mean, even the pros have been very vocal about how bad the game is, and they've been fined a lot of money collectively. But
that's amazing. That's
awful.
amazing.
It's awful.
It's amazing because when you're in the NBA, you can speak ill of the NBA. That's a bad representation. When you're in the NFL, you don't think you can.
You can't. Right? You can't. And I understand why they're being fined.
Okay.
I totally understand why they're being fined, but it's also a thing where if you're not going to put the support and the development into the game, right? There's three pieces to the Call of Duty League as it is: the owners, the players, and the developers, right? And the owners and the players have been very kept in check, kept in balance, and the developers have just been essentially been able to do whatever they want, right? Like don't update. There hasn't been a competitive update since, the third or fourth week the game has come out. They rebalance guns directly in front of competition, right? There'll be 2 days in front of competition, and then they'll rebalance guns. I put out a tweet, and I still think it's the case, where they're going to rebalance the guns the week before Call of Duty Championship this year. They're going to do it, and it's going to screw up everything. It's going to screw up the meta. I just don't think that that the developers are in a good spot in this Call of Duty. I think the developers have been very lacking, is because they released this Warzone, and Warzone has been so wildly successful. They're like, okay, well, why would we focus on multiplayer if Warzone is our cash cow, right? And that's where it sits currently.
Okay. Hey man, I'm with you. Zach, you got anything else, man?
Are you trying to rush out of here?
I'm not trying to rush out of anywhere, man. I'm just asking if you have anything else. Man.
I don't have anything else, Stevie.
I have something else, man. Listen, I know you. Just listen for a second. Zack Snyder released another picture of the Snyder Cut. I know you don't care about it, bro.
What is the Snyder Cut?
The Snyder Cut is the vision that Zack Snyder had for the Justice League before his daughter died, and he removed himself from the project, and then Josh Whedon stepped in and released. Not Josh Whedon's fault. I think this is more on the studios. They released their version of the Avengers, but with DC characters. But Zack Snyder released some more still images of one of the main antagonists from the movie.
Are they reshooting it, or is he re-editing it?
Oh no, he's got a lot of footage on the floor that's being put in there, and a lot of stuff they're reshooting as well. Okay. I guess. But he released the images for the villain from the original cut, Steppenwolf, his vision of it.
Mm-hmm.
Much better. Here's my only concern with the Snyder Cut, right? You can build a thing up so much in your head and want it to be something that it just will never be. And I'm going to be there for all my DC friends. And I'm not even being a dick when I say this. It's going to be free on HBO Max. I'm going to watch it.
Sure.
But I don't think, I just don't think it's going to give people what they were expecting this entire time. I hope it does.
So what you're saying is you don't think it's going to live up to the hype. Right, everyone has put this so far up on a pedestal that once we get it, it's even if it's slightly worse than what, like, say it's not a 10 movie, it's a 9.5. It'll be
people
so
are going to be
bad.
disappointed. At this point, people are going to be disappointed because they want it to fill in. They wanted to make up for what it was lacking before. But here's what I think will be great. We're going to get to see the original director's vision for the movie, and fans like myself are going to enjoy because they're like, oh wow, I can see what he was attempting to do here. Sure. And I'm going to enjoy that. Kevin Smith has seen some of the rough cuts and a few of the actors from the actual Justice League movie, and they all really enjoy it. I think they obviously are biased. Other than
Kevin Smith, the Clerks guy.
Yeah. Oh man, Kevin Smith is quite possibly one of my favorite writers. Wrote one of my favorite Marvel comic books. a run in Daredevil that I just thought was amazing. So I actually trust his opinion on this type of stuff as someone who's also really deep into literary conforms, and it's like Days Gone, right? But different. Days Gone have been built
so Days Gone is even a very minor cog in this. Comparison to Half-Life 3 is the big one. You probably have no idea what Half-Life is.
No, I know what Half-Life is, and I saw that some people really enjoyed the VR version of the game that just came out.
But the Half-Life 2 came out a decade ago or something, right? And everyone is like, man, Half-Life 3, Half-Life 3, Half-Life 3. And then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years go by, and everyone's like, all right, Half-Life 3 is never going to happen. But it's because Valve won't make a game because everyone wants this game so bad that even if they put out an 8.5 out of 10 game, it's not going to be what everyone wants, right? And it'll be such bad reviews and everyone will hate it. And that is why you can't hype things up like this. Cyberpunk is going to be the exact same way. I would be willing to bet that Cyberpunk is going to be a very good game, but it's not going to be that fucking A++ game that, say, The Witcher 3 was. And people are going to be disappointed and therefore think the game is worse than it is.
There's no way that game is going to live up to anyone's hypes. There's no way the Snyder Cut is going to live up. But you do have HBO Max, so when it does come out, and I have no idea when it's supposed to come out. But
2021. I Googled it.
They're doing the marketing extremely well. Every time they release a still image, people get that much happier. They're seeing things that they wanted to see. And I don't know if it means anything to you, but if you look up the image of Steppenwolf, spelled the exact way it sounds, Zack Snyder's image looks a lot better than the original cut. And I don't know. This is what happens when you allow the board to get involved in creative decisions. They start saying stuff like, "Oh, well, maybe the actor's face should be more prominent." And it's like, no, but that's not what
RoboCop had that with Sylvester Stallone, right? RoboCop was Judge Dredd, same thing, almost identically. And Judge Dredd is supposed to be this person behind a mask like 24/7, right? You're not supposed to see who Judge Dredd is. And Sylvester Stallone's like, I want my face to be shown. So then they fucking put him in there.
Did you see the remake of that movie, by the way?
I've never seen any of them.
The second one they made, amazing. Was a great time. Spent $8.50 to see that movie. Enjoyed every minute of it.
Worth everything. Worth everything.
Did I ever tell you that I saw the South Park movie at the Dollar Theater in Manhattan?
No. The
amazing, best dollar I've ever spent.
The South Park movie is incredible. Honestly, the season 10 of South Park is better than the South Park movie. Might be the only season. Season 10 of South Park might be the best season of any TV show ever. I think I've said that before.
I don't know. Season 3 of Family Guy and season 4 of American Dad, amazing.
Way better than both of those shows. The worst season of South Park is better than the best season of Family Guy.
You're a psychopath.
No, man, that is just 1,000% true.
Oh, dude, Santana made zucchini bread. Amazing. I'll try to save you a piece when you drop off the headphones.
You're really all over the place today. Something going on that I should know about? Give me 3 blinks if there's someone with a gun off to one of your sides. Yeah, you seem a little today.
No, it just hit me. I told you, talking about food at the onset of the episode has really messed me up. We should never do that again. I've literally been thinking about Ritz crackers, burgers, and cheese this entire time.
Ritz crackers. I can't believe Ritz crackers is on your list of good crackers, man. Like, they're a classic cracker, don't get me wrong, but there's like so many better crackers out there.
No, but I mean, it's Ritz. It's got that buttery taste. That first pack in a Ritz box. That's you're good. You're good. When you eat the second pack, you start feeling bad about yourself. Third pack.
Do you have enough self-control where you can grab a sleeve of Ritz and only eat part of it?
No, dude.
Me neither.
I'm just laying on the floor covered in Ritz crackers.
Now that I think about it, actually, Ritz crackers are an A-tier cracker. I'm sorry, Ritz and the Ritz company. I'm thinking about it. The Keebler Elves suck compared to Ritz crackers. As now that I'm thinking about it,
I don't even like their cookies, man. The Keebler Elves with the chocolate in between. That's
no. The Milanos? No, Milanos, right? No, those are incredible.
I have yet to meet a person that's like, oh, well, I just had one Milano. Let me roll this up. Like, it's like, all right,
half the bag is gone, and I might as well finish the other half.
Now I'm crying, laying in the corner by myself. It's a bad sight, man. Listen, to you Snyder Cut fans, man, don't blame me.
I won't even watch it.
Blame Zach. All right.
Go ahead. I don't even know what the hell you guys are talking about.
I'm looking forward to. You know what I'm really looking forward to, man? Keep hearing little snippets about it. You know, I enjoyed Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Okay.
Love the game. It completely immersed, was pulled in by the story. The more and more I hear about the sequel, I'm like, wow, this is going to be actually really good. Like, they haven't released any plot development yet. They're bringing back the same team that worked on the first one, which is a rarity with sequels. It seems like studios are like, worked in the first one, get rid of all those people, bring in these people. But they're going to use the same studio, and I'm pumped about it.
I don't think that game deserves a sequel. I think it deserves expansions, right? When you make a game that's fundamentally very strong, right? And the Fallen Order seems like it's a very fundamentally sound game. You want to do DLC expansions on top of that, as to not change anything in the second game, right? Because if they change the movement mechanic or the fighting mechanic even slightly, it ruins that game, right? And why would you want a sequel where you just give me a 30-hour expansion for $30 and let me tack it onto this game that was already fundamentally so good?
Money. Second thing is that I shouldn't say that no one wants that. I think that all they have to do is exactly what you said, and it should be fine. And we know that studios listen to fans, so it's going to be fine.
But here's also an issue, right? So if I release a game that's the carbon copy of the game that I released before and didn't change something, then people are going to be pissed. Or it's like, well, why am I buying the same game twice?
See, that's your problem, Zach. You don't listen to the people. You listen to your heart, and you listen to the board, right? That worked out great for the
Oh my god. That's a good way to make no money on your video game. The Avengers A Day, right? People are streaming it. People are streaming it. Beta's out. I have not watched a single second of it, so I have no idea. Don't care.
I watched 2 seconds, and I told you, from a pretty crotchety gamer, and he actually really enjoyed the gameplay and the movement. He did have a few recommendations on how to deal with some of the glitches in the beta, but he was honest in the fact that, like, it's pretty good. So the one thing you got to walk into this game knowing is that it is not Sony Spider-Man, right? Not the same team.
Sure. Who developed
anything like? I forget. Square. How do you pronounce Square Enix?
Square Enix.
Yes, they developed it and made the great move of bringing Spider-Man in for Sony exclusives, which is just set the internet awash with love and compassion. But people are enjoying it thus far, man. It seems like everyone really enjoys the Hulk's mission. So the way it works is you have to do the main campaign apparently, and then you can go into the online campaign with your friends and stuff like that.
Okay.
But people seem to be enjoying it. The beta, at the very least. I don't know. We'll see how the rest of it goes.
Okay.
I
feel like superhero games, the Avengers, DC, like all of the like, really would lend itself really well to an MMO. It really would.
No, right? They're MMOs. They're MMOs for these games, 100%.
Well, so there's DC Universe Online, which is an MMO, but
Marvel has one as well, I think. Don't they? They have like a. Maybe not.
Comics, MMO, RPG. I don't know if they do, but for older, just the older Marvel Universe Online. There's no way this is like actually real.
It's real. It's real, man.
It's a fan made thing though. Yeah. Oh my god, it is very fan made. That is really bad. No, so there is not one. So there is not an official one, right? But what they can easily do is this game and turn it into an MMO. It would be really cool, honestly, because DC Universe Online was actually a fairly fun game to play. It just was very limited as to what you could do. If they did a full-fledged MMO based around superheroes, it would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's all about the market and who's there for it. I think people are really enjoying the third-person aspect of playing. And you got to remember, the Avengers game has been a long time coming. Think about how long the Avengers franchise was in the theaters. Single characters from that franchise being moved around, and they've never had one successful game. Not one.
They've released games, right? There's not that not to say non-successful, but
they've never had a successful game for any of those characters. There was a Captain America game, trash, absolute trash.
Spider-Man is the exception there.
Although there were a few Spider-Man games prior to this one, trash.
They were all super successful though. The Hulk game, I very specifically remember the Hulk game. That was hilariously was awful.
No, it was amazing. You're wrong. You're wrong. Game was amazing.
Yeah, is this coming out on PC?
Yes.
Okay.
It is coming out on PC. We are going to be playing. I invited you. I won't invite you a third time because you get
But here's the issue. I don't if I can't play the entire story from start to finish without having to play it solo with my friends, then there's no reason for me to buy it. Because I'm not going to enjoy that first playthrough, and then that would ruin the other playthroughs for me, you know? Now, if it was an MMO and I could log in and you're fucking making a Captain America-like character and I'm going to make a Thor-like character or some shit, we could play together and from start to finish, like do an MMO and do dungeons or do whatever it is in an MMO that's fun.
Why don't you play Knights of Old Republic?
Why don't I?
Yeah.
Because it's a game from like 2006. Why would I play a game that's that old?
How old is RuneScape?
Oh, this is different. Knights of the Old Republic came out in 2003.
Oh,
right?
did it?
Yeah, and there's not like the MMO version at least, right? Like it's not like it's not being constantly added on to and updated and given expansions and stuff, right? Like it's 2003 is the same year that WoW came out, I think 2004, 2005, whatever it was. But every 2 years they've done an expansion to keep the game up to date. Right, if you release an MMO, you have to have a 10-year life cycle on it because that's when about the time people are going to play it. I think.
Yeah, no, I got you. But you know what, Zach? I think you're familiar with the legal term "go screw yourself." The Marvel's Avengers game is going to be fun. I'm going to enjoy it, and I'm going to stream it on it.
I'm not saying that you aren't going to enjoy it or it's not going to be a good game. I'm saying if I had to play the first playthrough alone as a fucking superhero, I would not enjoy it.
Why did you say superhero like that? Why did you say it with that tone?
Because I don't enjoy superhero stuff at all. Comics, the movies, none of it.
If you'd have read that stuff growing up, you'd be more happy as a person right now. That's a fact.
Well, maybe not as a person, but I would be more nerdy for sure.
There's nothing wrong with being a nerd, man. They're making all the money.
That's a good point.
Zach, I love you, man. I'm getting out of here, man. Like the love is real, but I gotta go. I've been I did it again. I gotta use the bathroom. I've been holding for quite some time.
So this is why Steve was rushed to the end of the show. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the show is getting cut short because Steve has an excuse to get out of here.
There was one more thing I wanted to ask you about.
Okay.
Last thing. How in God's earth did you include last week in your top 4 fast food? Did you include Chick-fil-A? Unless I heard you wrong. How did you include?
Chick-fil-A is my personal favorite fast food.
All right, I don't have to use the bathroom anymore. I would like to personally challenge you on that. So, is it your favorite?
So, hold on. You're gonna challenge me on an opinion, okay? So, I'll see how this is gonna go. No, entirely my favorite fast food from top to bottom. Absolutely,
chicken fast food or fast food. Period.
Fast food. But okay, so you got to quantify this, right? Five Guys, Chipotle. These are not in the fast food category that I'm speaking of. So this is like a drive-through category, right? I could drive through a Chick-fil-A, I could drive through a Burger King, I could drive through a Wendy's. Out of the places that I could drive through, at least around here, right? That is by far my favorite.
Without giving away too much and not spoiling what we're going to be working on here pretty soon. The deluxe, is it the deluxe that's your favorite?
So I get the same order. I get a spicy deluxe with the large fry, with the large diet lemonade. The only place that has diet lemonade, which is a plus. You get a check mark for that one. And I get a 12-piece chicken nugget.
12-piece chicken.
It's the highest quality chicken you could get at any fast food place.
Right.
By far. Right.
Right.
Again, Boston Market's. This is not in the same category, is it?
It is.
You could drive through a Boston Market. Yeah. I've never had Boston Market, to be fair. I probably wouldn't enjoy it. I'm not a big like fried chicken guy. It's in a sandwich, which is great.
It's not fried chicken at Boston Market, you savage. Boston Market is like old timey good feel good food, man.
Is this like is this in the same level as like a Cracker Barrel?
Cracker Barrel? You can't drive up to Cracker Barrel.
No, but I'm saying, is it like the same kind of food?
No. Boston Market, think about it as your aunt's Thanksgiving every day.
God, I would not want to go there. Yeah, so Chick-fil-A has the best quality food. They have the best customer service. They're the only people that have diet lemonade, like a legit, well-made lemonade. Yeah, I like Chick-fil-A a lot.
Dude, I'm telling you, Sunset Boulevard, best Chick-fil-A ever. I'll leave it at that. I'm looking forward to this food episode, man. I'm gonna have some fun with this one, man.
We're gonna do it sometime this week.
Huh?
We're gonna do it sometime this week. We should.
I'm going ham. I'm going ham on it.
Okay. All right. Well, there's a ground rules because you keep going off, and we're gonna have to compare it to fucking food trucks and shit. But
listen, you said drive up. All right. Food truck food. There are fast food versions of them. It's not my fault.
Okay. So the way that we're gonna do this is we're on tier list maker. There's like 15 things in the list, and that's what we have to grade it on, right?
Listen,
we can't be throwing outside things in.
Listen, I am a classic American. My list is going to be bigger, better. What's the other things that the president says? Did you know he could not pronounce? What was this? I think it was Thailand. He called it Thailand. Did you know about this?
No, that doesn't even seem. It's not even something that I think is outside the realm of possibility. It's hilarious.
Sorry about that, man. I just got to get some Thailand on it.
Yeah, I throw the politics in there. All right, I think that's the end of the episode. Steve's cutting it short this evening. He clearly has something better to do. So, everyone, thanks for watching and listening on our Spotify, our Anchor, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, fucking website, all Talking with a Dad, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching.